So I want to welcome everybody to the September 2023 Equal Opportunity Review Commission meeting. At this time, I'm gonna turn it over to Commission Chair Connolly to get the August minutes approved.
Okay, welcome everybody. Sorry I missed last month, but can I get a motion to approve the minutes?
Motion to approve.
Great. Can I get a second, please?
Second the motion.
All right, awesome. Everybody in favor indicate by saying aye or raise your hand if your camera's on.
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, guys, motion passes. The minutes from last month passed. We're gonna move on to the first project, which is the Davis Avenue pedestrian bridge. Commissioner Conley?
Okay, the first one, you're gonna have to read these because I'm on my cell phone because I don't
Okay.
have my laptop.
The first one is the Davis Avenue Bridge. Graveyard construction, the cost of the total is $5,444,444. We have NBE at 17.2%. We have WBE at 5.45%. There's there's 7 total subs on the contract, and the total percentage is 22.65.
Well, I think that this looks like great participation to me. Does anybody have any questions or want to raise any concerns or ask any questions regarding this, commissioners?
I don't have any basic concerns, but I do have a question. Chuck, I was just wondering whether A&A had an opportunity to participate in this process since they have such an excellent record with bridges, and they have not been able to land any projects with the city. And I know they're highly qualified, so I was just wondering whether or not you had any perspective from that standpoint.
I talked to A&A. They did not participate in this one, Chairman Belthorpe.
Okay. Commissioner.
If they didn't, what's that?
I don't want that responsibility.
Well, if they didn't participate, then obviously they're not going to get considered. So, they're on the ASQs, right? So they get.
Oh yeah, they're on a few contracts with us.
Yeah, so they get notified, Jim,
Yep.
Of all of these that they're qualified for. So.
Okay,
Maybe they had too much, maybe their schedule just didn't allow for this project. I don't know.
Is that A&A Engineering?
Consultants,
Consultant.
A&A consultants.
Okay, this is the construction phase of the project.
Oh, okay. So there were.
that makes sense.
The design has been ongoing. We had the lead consultant was HNTB. They're kind of a multinational consultant, but they had a suite of PBEs that are kind of regional to Pittsburgh.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Okay, so can I get a motion?
I make a motion that Davis Avenue pedestrian bridge be approved.
Okay,
I'll second.
great. All in favor indicate by saying aye or raising your hand on camera.
Aye.
Aye.
Thank
Okay.
you, commissioners. Motion passed. We're going to move on to the next one. I'll read it for you guys. The next one is Three Rivers Heritage Trail Maintenance and Management Plan. It's a DOMI plan. The cost is $145,969.72. Evolve Environmental Architects is the prime. It is MBE is 24%. Evolve is a certified WBE, and they have a WB on it also. This one's 100%, guys.
Wow. Any questions regarding this project from commissioners? Can't argue with 100%, right? Can I get a motion?
I'll make a motion that be adopted.
Okay, second.
A second.
Great. All those in favor indicate by saying aye, raising your hand.
Aye.
Aye.
Great, that plan passes. We're gonna move on to 23094. This is a DPW project. It's the Paramedic Station 4 demolition and new construction. This is the electrical part. We broke this is gonna be broken down into 4 primes. This is the electrical prime. The total cost on this is $669,545. The prime is Sergeant Electric. The MBE participation on this is 18.46%. The WB participation on this is 7.17%. And they do have a veterans on here as well. The total amount is 26.44%.
Okay. Any questions regarding this one?
Chuck, I have a question regarding Sergeant Electric was working closely with Marshall.
Yes.
And they were grooming them, as a usable sub. So I was
Yes.
wondering whether they bid on this project and whether that relationship is still healthy.
Marshall and Sergeant have a fantastic relationship. I've been speaking with Marshall. Not only are they on the Homewood project with Sergeant, but they're on a project outside of government with Sergeant.
Very good. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You're welcome.
Can I get a motion?
Move to approve?
Thank you. Second?
Second.
Okay. All those in favor indicate by saying aye, raising your hands, please.
Aye.
Thank you, Commissioners. Motion passed. The next one is 230905. It's still the Paramedic Station 4 demo new construction. This is the mechanical or HVAC. The prime on here is East West Manufacturing and Supplies. They have MBE at 14%, WB at 9%. Total on this one is 23%.
I know, you and me too.
Okay, Commission Chair.
Any questions on this? I mean, it's only 1% shy, so I don't want to split hairs over it. Okay, can I get a motion?
Motion to accept.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All those in favor indicate by raising your hand, saying aye.
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 Great. All right.
Okay.
Perfect.
That passes. The next one is 230906. It is the Anderson Playground. This is 100%. The prime on here is a certified WBE. We have 6% MBE and 94% WBE. They got a WB on here as well.
Okay. Any questions? Comments? Can I get a motion?
Move to approve?
All right, second.
I can second.
Awesome. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Let's
Okay.
move on to the Housing Authority.
All right, we're moving on to the Housing Authority. This first one is a really big contract and done really well by Renelda and her team. The
Yeah.
total is the City Edge Mixed Income Project. It's from Housing Authority. It's $64,325,543. They have 26.89 MBE on this project and 10.96 WB on this project. And as you can see, they have 16 subcontractors on this contract,
And all local.
all local.
That's amazing. There's one from Maryland,
Yeah,
but out
one.
of all those, that's
Oh, yeah.
really great.
Yep.
Okay, any questions or comments? Nope. Can I get a motion?
Make a motion that the synopsis be accepted.
Okay, great. Thank you. Can I get a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. All those in favor indicate by saying aye, raising your hand.
Aye.
Aye.
Great, guys. Motion passes. Now we're moving to another housing authority. This is the concrete support, and it's authority-wide. This is an as-needed contract, guys. It's 5 million over 5 years. The prime on here is Phase 1 Development Court. Three Rivers Property Maintenance should be listed as the MBE on here, which makes it 47.5% on this as-needed contract. Commission Chair?
Yeah, does everybody know what he's referring to as needed? This is just like work order based. They base the value on what potentially it could be. It may not even meet this 5 million, but so is Ronaldo on here?
Yes, I
Yes, she
believe
is.
so.
Okay.
She's,
Ronaldo,
can you
hear me?
can you hear her at all?
whoever's talking, no.
Okay. Ronaldo's having,
Can they hear me now?
Yes,
I can hear
now.
you.
Okay, sorry about that. Hello, commissioners. Good afternoon. We have Kathleen joining us. She is actually our contract specialist. She is joining Anna and I on our team. So we just wanted to introduce Kathleen to you all. Thank you so much for having us today.
Okay. Well, nice to meet you, Kathleen.
thank you. Same here. Thank you.
Okay, so I know this is a work order as needed contract. Is there down the road any potential for WBE participation? Because we never like to see a zero. I don't care what I don't care what your MBE number is. We don't like to see a zero on either way. So is there any potential for that?
Sure, there is. And as time goes on, like with the contract, we continuously reach out to our primes to see where we can add in and increase those numbers for our WBE participation.
Okay. Just because of the type of contract that it is, I mean, I'm a little confused of why the prime couldn't find a WBE to do, hauling or flag work or, something. So if I don't know what the circumstances are, maybe they got their bid together pretty quickly or whatever, but I can't see why you can't commit to finding some participation for one of these work orders down the line. I can't hear her, Ronaldo.
Ronaldo, you're muted.
I'm sorry, I'm in the office today, so it's kind of loud. Yeah, I can definitely reach back out to the prime to see where we can add some WBE participation in as well.
Okay. Do any of the other commissioners have any questions for Ronaldo?
Not a question as much as a comment, just that I would be much more comfortable even if there was just a singular WBE on this contract, approving it at this point. And because it is, on an as needed basis, it seems like it's not a crisis. If we were to push it off, hopefully the prime can come up with some additional participation and we could look at it again next month. That would be my preference.
Ronaldo, what do you have to say about that?
Ronaldo.
I was on mute. We can definitely go back to the prime to see where we can add some WBE participation within the project. But of course, this is a task-based order, so we don't know when in the project that WBE would be utilized. So but we can take a look to see when we would be able to be utilizing them.
Well, I mean, you know, you've been doing this a while, you know how this works. Like, even if they would have found one that they could have sent a letter of an intent to and had listed on here that, you know, that they would use them for hauling or use them for flag work or any of that stuff. I'm just confused why this was presented without any WB participation. Was it did the prime say that, like, what was the good faith effort? How about that? Why don't we go that direction? You know, I hate to hold you guys up if I don't have to, but we want your work to move forward, and we want the MBE to be able to start their project and pay their people. So it's never our goal to hold up anything, but it's kind of yeah, I'm disappointed. So what was the good faith effort? Let's go that route.
Sure. And I can get that documentation from Tri-Rivers. I know that we definitely had on our part, obviously our pre-bid meetings, and did our own outreach, making sure that we did include MBEs and WBE participation in this project as well. And of course, advertising with the Pittsburgh Courier and other newspaper outlets as well for the project.
But you only advertised for the prime, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So
But anyone can, you know, bid on it. Yeah.
But it's the responsibility of the prime to get subs. So do you have you don't have a representative from Tri-Rivers Property Maintenance on this call?
No, they weren't unable to join us today.
Okay. Renata, you're putting me in a spot. I mean, I can't,
I mean, I have to say, with the large amount of minority business participation, to me personally, I feel like it meets the goal. I mean, even though we don't have any WB, I mean, it's almost 50% minority.
Yeah, that's a really, really valid point. Hi,
sorry, forgive me.
That's
Oh, I'm
okay.
sorry, Commissioner. Go ahead.
Let's keep the spirit of the goals in mind, though, and they are two separate goals for two groups that have been marginalized in contracting. So we have an obligation to be pushing primes to be contracting in both areas.
Right.
Okay, then my argument would be, then how come all these everything we've been presented today, we have no 0% LGBTQ plus or the VOSB. You know, so I mean, like, I don't know, why are they less important?
They're not less important, but they're also less active in looking and getting these contracts, like applying for these contracts and bidding on these contracts. So it's going to take a while for those two areas to, you know, those two
yeah, we've had the discussion previously that it's hard to find contractors in that area. I understand that, but my point is
they have to bid on the projects. It's advertised.
Yeah.
See, that's where the good faith effort comes in. Like Ronaldo just said, we advertised in the Courier. They have their HACP has their own website, like own portal on their website, where you as a vendor or a prime, or you register your company and you get notifications, because I know I've been, you know, I've had contracts with them. You get notifications constantly to tell you to bid on it and when it's due and when the end date is. So if they don't go after the work, then there's nothing that we can do about that. But I'm just saying that this type of project, I'm surprised there wasn't some WBE interest in it, just because I know WB companies that do flag work. So But also, because of the large participations on the MBE side, I'm also, willing to have faith and that they're going to be able to throw some work to a WBE down the road on one of these as needed work orders. Those are my thoughts, commissioners. So, you can ask, does anybody have any more questions or more comments regarding this before we put it to a vote? I'm on a tight line today, guys. I have a flight to catch. So we can do an email vote if people aren't comfortable with doing it now, if you want to give them extra time. I don't know.
I certainly understand her position with the WBEs, but that's a large amount of work to hold up until they can find a WBE. So I think that if we would just depend on Ronaldo to really to give us a good faith effort, indicating that she would make a complete effort to try to add WBEs to this project, I think I would feel better about that and not hold up the project due to the amount of work that's already been committed.
That's the way I feel about it too, Jim, for sure. And also hold the prime. It can't just fall on the housing authority. It's the prime's responsibility to sub out this work too. Like, sub out a portion of their work.
Yeah, and I would if I were Nelda, I would encourage the prime to be in these meetings. I mean, I know
they're 100% supposed to be. That's the. I mean, the zero percentages participation was disappointing, and then the fact that they didn't care enough about being awarded this contract that they couldn't take the time to get on this call. Great. I mean, these calls aren't 2.5 hours like they used to be back in the day. I mean, you guys all know I run this tight.
Yeah, I think we lose all accountability for the prime if we pass this today. And the path of least resistance is to do nothing on their end. So I would be concerned.
Anybody else have anything to say about it?
Hi, excuse me. Sorry, I'm not on camera. This is Anna. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi. First and foremost, I want to thank you all. And I do want to say, I understand that Tri Rivers is not here today. I can attest to the fact that Ronaldo did everything that she could, as she usually does. And I think we can see from her past experiences that she will actually make that best effort to get with that prime and get that. If there is a way to get a WBE on here, I think she's proven in her track record that she's absolutely going to do it. And, there is a lot of minority participation, and trust me, I get the WBE wholeheartedly, but I do think also being a task order based contract, as needed, when can we really tell you, when are we ever really going to be able to confirm with you that we have the work for the WBE? Do you know what I mean? Which I guess we could get the commitment.
You can tell us on one of the meetings, like just bring it like Ronaldo, like if you have success and you're able, like, we want to hear that. Just tell us, say, as it pertains to this project, this as needed project, I just wanted to follow up with you commissioners and let you know that I was able to secure. Yeah, I want to hear that.
Awesome. Okay. And I just, wanted you to know that she did make an effort to get.
I'm certain. Yeah,
we know that.
Yeah,
and commissioners, I do want to point out that when it comes to sometimes some of these small businesses, and just my interaction and conversations through some of them, that they may get a phone call and saying like they need this work done from the prime, but it may be like the day before or 2 days before, and they've already committed to another project as well. Yeah. And so I just want us to keep that in mind as as we're having this conversation, that sometimes it's not always as easy for a small business to just shift gears, especially with some of these task-based orders, contracts that we do have.
Isn't that a good reason to have them subcontracted ahead of time, though? At least it'd be on their radar screen to some degree.
Well, that changes the whole format of their contract, of the housing authority's contract. So that's, I mean, that's like a, internally, do you understand what I'm trying to say? I can't articulate it. So if they would, if they would subcontract this out, like if they would split this up and make it all separate contracts, then that changes the whole like AR, the way it's, am I right, Ronaldo?
Yeah, that's good.
Yes.
Yeah.
6 more minutes to go now.
So it's how it's packaged, and if it's packaged to be this project, then they can't package it for a flag. Like they can't have a whole separate contract and have a prime as a flagger or hauling a hauler or trucking. It has to be up to the way it's packaged. It has to be up to the prime to sub it out. And if she, like she said, if they call them the day before, then I get it, because I worked in construction, so I did these bids and proposals, so I do understand how this is how it's working. I'm inclined to put my faith in Renelda and the Housing Authority, because they've always been great participants and they do understand our mission and work alongside us. So but I'm not the person, I'm not allowed to make a motion. So can somebody make a motion?
Motion to accept.
Okay, thank you. Can I get a second? Guys, can I get a second?
Erin, I will second because I agree with also what you said and appreciate your work, Ronaldo.
Okay. All right. All those in favor indicate by saying aye or raising your hand.
Aye.
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 Awesome. Thank you. All right. Does it pass? I can't see everybody.
5-1. Yes,
Okay.
motion passed.
All right. Thank
Okay.
you, Housing Authority. We appreciate you.
And
Please let us know if you get
Yeah.
some participation. You know, we
if-
want to make sure that we pass this and we're in good faith. Okay.
And if I can jump in on that, please, Ronaldo, if you get any updates by our next meeting, please present when you come up with the WBEs, please.
Absolutely. Thank you, commissioners.
Thank you, Ronaldo.
Thank you, commissioners.
Okay, I'm going to turn it over to Upasna. She has 3 ITQs to update you on.
Good afternoon, commissioners. Thank you all for joining. So I'll just do a quick run through. There are 3 ITQs. The first one, on-call management services, is from DOMI. This is the prime is SAI Consulting Engineers, and this is for providing management staff as needed. The project cost here is $99,973. The second one here is ITIL4 Training 2023. This is from Department of INP. It's less than 50,000, so I won't go into the details. The last one here is from DPW. It's Warehouse Renovation and Consolidation of Construction and Facilities Division. The prime here is Buckhorn, and this is actually a change order. So now the project cost here is 260,000, and they have 1 sub-consultant, SciTech Consultants, the MBE, and that will be allocated. It had been assigned 12,000 earlier, and now an additional 14,400, so making it 26,400. So that's it from me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Upasna. Commissioners, I'm gonna give you a quick update on what the office is real fast, and then that'll be it. First of all, we have 3 pre-bid meetings coming up that I'm going to send you guys the flyers to and I want you to push it out to your networks. They're really big projects. One is the Reese Street in Mount Washington. One is a pre-bid for a cleaning contract. And this one is going to be big, guys, because we're breaking up the buildings. We're going to have a prime for each building. So that's going to be great, a really good thing. And the third one is the Riverview slide that I'll be sending you out a flyer for that also. Also, our celebration that we're going to have our luncheon appreciation is going to be November 16th. Please save the date. November 16th meeting we're going to have here in person. So I've already started with the catering and everything. So that's the November 16th meeting. We're going to have here in person, and I hope you all can make it, because I really appreciate you guys and what you do, and I hope you can make it. That's it for us. Anything from you, Commission Chair?
No, I just want to Dr. Hall's not on here. I just really appreciate her covering for me. I no longer work at Penn Power. It just wasn't a good fit. It wasn't working out. And all that travel was not really explained to me when I took the position. I thought I'd just be traveling within my territory, which is, you know, a total of 2 hours out, but there was more required, and we don't need to get into all that, but so moving forward, I should be more available to chair the meetings. And I'm also in the job market right now. My skill set is outside sales, but I'm really considering pivoting and getting into maybe development for nonprofits or something with a little bit more meaning and less corporate greed, because that's become a huge turnoff for me in this workplace. So if you got, just keep your ears open, guys. I'd appreciate it. Let me know those of you who've known me quite a while know probably what I would be great at. So I appreciate it.
Thank you.
And that's it for me. I'm off to
Okay.
Nashville to visit my girls.
Okay. Hey, I appreciate you guys. The next meeting is October 19th, I believe. Yes, October 19th is our next meeting. And please let me know if you're available for the October 19th meeting. And really, really let me know if you could come here in person for the November 16th meeting, so I can get a number to the caterer.
Okay. All right, guys, have a good weekend. Thanks so much.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, guys.
you.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.